Hey yo, what's poppin' everybody? Be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. If you don't want your girlfriend to come in my car, you feel me? Hey, no, but for real. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tia Buzi, and today I got a special video for y'all. We are going to be talking about why I love Latinas. Trust me when I say this, I know you're thinking like, yo, this fool always talking about Latinas, like what's the deal? Yo, I have a right to talk about Latinas because basically today, guys, I'm bringing history back into your lives. I'm gonna talk about Tariq ibn Ziyad's conquest for the Islamic Empire, aka the Muslim conquest of Iberia, basically Portugal and España. So let's get it. So once upon a time, there's this guy named Tariq ibn Ziyad. He was like 21 years old. He was a Berber, basically an indigenous person of North Africa. And he was like, yo, you know, life's pretty good in this Muslim empire. I want to explore it and get to know it more. So what did he do? This homie Tariq was age 21 and he set off on a pilgrimage from North Africa all the way to Mecca, basically the Middle East. And then from Mecca, he went to Jerusalem, and then from Jerusalem back to where he came from. But in that process, he became a military commander, general, and was tasked with conquering the Iberian Peninsula, aka Portugal and Spain, because the Visigoths, basically they were in charge of the remnants of the Western Roman Empire after it fell. And it was just utter chaos. And the people were tripping. They're like, yo, we need help. We need to be liberated. So what happened, bro? Tariq ibn Ziyad and an army of 7 to 10,000 people traveled from North Africa to this tip, basically the closest land piece between Europe and North Africa, called in today's words Gibraltar, aka Gibraltar, and we'll get to its origin later. It's 13 miles away from Africa. 13 miles of water, Gibraltar, Spain, or Iberia. What happens next? Tariq ibn Ziyad, you know, he's pumped, bro. He's got all these homies with him, and he's, you know, he has no idea what's trekking, bro. So what does he do? He tells his homies, like, yo, dog, see those ships that we came on? Burn every single one of them, bro, because guess what? It's either we fight and conquer or we fight and we die. And that's exactly what happened. They burnt their ships, they crossed that little 13-mile path, and then they got onto the Iberian Peninsula, and who they see? King Roderick of the Visigoths, hated, bro, trash ass dude, trash, garbage, complete, just like, imagine a pile of shit, and he's like, yo, I'm the king, and you're like, yo, nah, that's who King Roderick of the Visigoths was. And by the way, this is the year 711 people, 7 to 10,000 soldiers of Tariq ibn Ziyad's Muslim army, which comprised of Arabs and non-Arab converts to Islam, versus King Roderick and his army of 100,000. Given the fact that, like, honestly, half the army was like, nah, and didn't fight, so technically it's 50K, but Tariq ibn Ziyad had the higher ground. Long story short, Tariq ibn Ziyad is victorious, and they have liberated all of the Iberian Peninsula from the Visigoths and have named it Andalus, aka Andalusia. And from then on, the people of Catalan and the people native to the Iberian Peninsula were living under their new Arab Muslim rulers. Europe at this time was going through the darkest of ages, the Black Plague, disease, no science, no baths, no running water, shitty food. Like, come on, bro, like shitty food. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, the Muslim Empire was in the golden age while Europe was living in the dark ages. Al-Andalus became a beacon for knowledge, innovation, culture, and the arts in Europe, while the rest of Europe was fucking dying. Dirty ass pieces of shit. Anyway, to circle back to Gibraltar, the origin of the word, you can look this up, comes from the Arabic words Jabal Tariq, because Tariq ibn Ziyad conquered the Iberian Peninsula. He made history, and the impact that the Andalus, or aka Andalusia, had on the world goes to show the influence of Tariq ibn Ziyad in history, bro. From the years 711 to 1492, Arabs and Muslims lived in Andalus and prospered. That being said, let's bring it full circle. Why do I love Latinas so much? Because we were meant to be together, baby. Spanish today has 4,000 words still spoken that have origins from the Arabic language. That's why it was so easy for me to learn Spanish. Spanish basically is half Latin, half Arabic. To this day, you can see the Arab impact on Spanish culture and Latin American culture. Look at Brazil, look at Argentina. Argentina had an Arab president. El Salvador right now has a Palestinian president. Mexico, Guadalajara, that's an Arabic word, Wad al-Hijjara, Valley of Rocks. And that's why all the buildings there have Arabic essence, and that's why there's Arabian horses there. Also, Tacos El Pastor came from the Lebanese refugees that brought shawarma. And before Tacos El Pastor was a thing, it was called Tacos de Arabe. Also, Shakira, half Lebanese, half Colombian. Salma Hayek, half Mexican, half Lebanese. You know, we got, it's like, we were meant to be. Basically what I'm saying is the glorious Muslim conquest of the Iberian Peninsula led me to love Latinas and be able to synchronize myself with their culture and learn the language. And thank you. So thank you, Tariq ibn Ziyad, for conquering Spain and leaving your mark so that people like me can begin to make our mark. Andalusia spawned a new way of life in Europe, and it showed the world what innovation from multiple types of people can do. Andalusia had running water, universities, hospitals, restaurants, street lights, bathhouses, all before the rest of Europe. The end of Andalusia was the Reconquista, basically the kicking out of all the non-Christians in the land. Jews and Muslims faced allegations, they faced torture through various ways, like forcing people to eat pork, and if they didn't eat it, they would either kill them or kick them out. And that's why a lot of people in Spain and Italy eat a lot of pork. It's because it's a part of their history, baby. Long story short, fuck colonization. We colonized the colonizers. I love the Spanish language. I love all the countries that speak Spanish. I love Spanish-speaking women. A mí me gustan las chicas se hablan español y yo encantan las Latinas en general. So Latinas, if you ever want to get with an Arab guy, remember, you can make a Shakira or a Salma Hayek, and it's really easy for him to learn Espanol. Yo guys, don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. This is your boy T Abu Z. This has been Channel T, and it's a wrap.